We just go to the football game.
As thousands of people head into the State Fair of Texas, this year marks the 70th time Dennis Clowers walks into the Cotton Bowl to cheer on the Crimson and Cream. He says it's a rivalry game unlike any other.
Ohio State, Michigan, Army, Navy, Alabama, Auburn. You know, there's some other great rivalries, but it'd be pretty tough to top this one.
With high emotions from the field to the fans.
A lot of things make it special. It's at a neutral site, even though it's in Texas.
And every year,
my typical prediction is whoever wins the turnover battle is going to win the game.
It's unpredictable.
He's going to go! Kennedy Brooks, he just won!
Compelling.
Jake Stokes, touchdown OU!
And competitive.
Splitting the fans at the 50 is unique. I don't know any other rivalry game that's like that. If there's an equal number of fans, it's normally split side to side instead of end to end.
Dennis says it's a non-negotiable marked on his calendar for every second Saturday in October. His first OU Texas, 1956. Clowers and his parents drove to Dallas at 4 a.m. with a dream to go to the game.
We got 3 people and 2 tickets.
But without a ticket, he was turned away.
I just turned 8 years old, so I wasn't very big. He said he'll sit in between us. We'll just take up 2 seats.
So his dad handed the tickets to the man working at the gate, ready to drive back to Oklahoma.
He looks at him and looks around to see if anybody's watching. He says, okay, go on in. So I got in my first game without a ticket.
OU would win that game 45-0 with Dennis as a good luck charm, and it ignited a fire he would return every year since. He says he didn't know this would become a deep-rooted tradition, and he didn't know he'd get a memento of the day.
Members of the fraternity that I would join 10 years later went down on the field with a lot of other students and tore down the wooden goalpost.
After his time in that fraternity, they gave him the goalpost, which he still has today. He's clung to it through what he calls a series of streaks.
OU dominated the 50s, Texas dominated the 60s, OU dominated the 70s, the 80s were pretty even. Texas dominated the 90s, and OU has dominated since 2000.
His favorite games when streaks are shattered.
66, that was Texas had won 9 in a row, and that was my freshman year in college, and I was in the band.
The Sooners won his freshman year 18-9, and the goalposts came back down. Dennis says that's when he and the rest of the band.
We get in formation, and we march through the tunnel right behind them, and I swear we went around the fairgrounds for 30 or 45 minutes, and people were having to move out of the way.
And 70 years later, the OU Texas game day routine is second nature.
We've gone with the same group of people for over 20 years, and we stay at the same hotel and take the same route to the Cotton Bowl or to the fairgrounds and park in the same place. You got to have a Fletcher's Corny Dog and 2 beers. Sometimes that's hard to do all at the same time.
And he doesn't plan to stop cheering on the Sooners in the Cotton Bowl anytime soon.
Poke it up, bat it down. Oklahoma wins it.
Been fortunate to be able to go to 69 of these in a row.
Elise Jones, KOCO 5 News.